try with a new user profile. Disable all unnecessary startups. Try a different way to the end. Swap hardware. Brainstorm the problem. Brainstorm the problem. Brainstorm the problem.
Good morning. It is September 25th, 2024, 9 o'clock and 42 seconds. Bing. Why do you do that, Doug? Why do you say bing? Well, it's when the seconds turn to that number that I just pronounced. Yeah, nobody cares about that, Doug. Stop doing that. Hello, everybody.
John Williams said hello, Doug.
So my graphic equal at my graphic audio analyzer, whatever you want to call it, says that you did hear that speaker bot. And Darren Gilholm, 1700 here. He's got 1700 degrees Celsius. Isn't that hot? That sounds like really, really hot. I know, it's 1700 o'clock, 1700 hours. Time. Yeah, it's time. Speaking of time, I almost put in a mess. I started typing the message, letting you know that I was postponing today's show for 30 minutes due to a poor speed test. Here's what the speed test was. 13.4 upload, that is not good enough to start a stream. So I was typing out the message, got about 3 lines along, and then realized, oh, wait a minute. 13.4 is okay when I'm actually streaming because I still had my test stream running. So I ended my test stream and then did the speed test again and got this 23.7. So yeah, that was almost a Doug moment, doing the wrong thing, the wrong thing. Live commentary, Tiger and Stormy. I already told yesterday about Tiger and Stormy being fixed. Live commentary, what does that mean? Oh, yeah, so I can go over here to customization and change participant modes to anyone, and I gotta save it, and I can go back in and look at my topics again. Nguyen Dang, oh, no, jokes. Let's hit jokes. Let's see. I'll do that.
Ken Stout Live said, before you ask, I am here.
Well, hello here. He changed his name from Ken Stout to here. Says, I am here. He wants us to call him here from now on, I guess. Seldom Ball says, balloted. Greetings all.
Zvi Manor said older by 2 hours from UK.
All right. Let's see. Oh, I'll go hit the jokes button because I saw, did that come up right? I don't know if that hit right. Brian Lightfoot, how's everything in the bot world? His first comment. Doug is outside a shop. He can't read the signs. He knows he needs to go in to make a purchase. What store is he at? Doug is outside a shop. He can't read the signs, but he knows he needs to go in and make a purchase. He's at the eyeglass store or the eye doctor. It's a shop. It could be the optometrist. But actually purchase, you're going to purchase glasses. So he says, I got it. I got it. Yay. Good boy. Good boy, Doug. 2 Eskimos sitting in a kayak were chilly, but when they lit a fire in the craft, it sank, proving once and for all that you can't have your kayak and heat it too. Just says groan. Nothing for me to figure out there. Okay, moving on. What do I have next? Nguyen Dang. Are you here, Nguyen Dang? Speak up in chat. Are you here? Nguyen Dang showed up in chat yesterday, and when I looked over chat message afterwards, I discovered that he had a question. I would like very much for those of you who are regular around here, when somebody asks a question that didn't do a speaker bot, please give me an exclamation mark C space and then the person's name or something to point me to that so that I can catch them, because I want to catch the new people quickly and answer their questions. And I don't see Nguyen Dang here yet. Jeff says he thinks it's no win rather than Nguyen. That could be right. Nguyen. Let's see. It was Nguyen, Nguyen. Yeah, I don't know. Nguyen Dang. I'm kind of thinking that I've heard that both ways. I'm not sure. And anyway, his question, why VPN keeps saying I have it on, even I don't have it. So I'm reading a little bit in between the lines there. Nguyen, I don't know what you mean when you say VPN. There are different kinds of VPNs. There are VPNs that you use to connect to so that you can like use a video service and make it look like you're coming from a different place, from a different country. There's VPNs where you might be connecting to an office that you work at, where it's a virtual private network is what VPN stands for, but it's creating a virtual private network between your two computers, as opposed to a VPN service where you're connecting out to the service and then going to whatever you want to use on the internet. Now, does it matter which way? No, it really doesn't, because what he's saying here is that his VPN keeps saying that he have it on. Where is that? What do you mean when you say that? What are you seeing on the screen? If you can send me a picture, that would be awesome. Now, it could be that you're getting some kind of a message window on screen, or it could be that there's an icon in your taskbar down, all those little right icons in the bottom right corner. It could be you're going into Task Manager and seeing that the VPN is there. Your VPN could be operating as a service, so even when you're not actively using it, it's still there and ready to go. If you move your mouse along these little icons at the bottom, let's see, I'll zoom that up a little bit. I can't move my mouse while that's zoomed in or it gets really weird. But you float your mouse over each of these icons at the bottom to see what they are. If any of those are your VPN, try right-clicking on it and see if you can exit it. Now, if it's because it just shows up down there, if you're saying that it is on, even though you don't think you're using it right now, it may just be that it is there and ready to use. Another possibility, Nguyen, is that if you're using some kind of free VPN service, the use agreement for it might, since you didn't read the fine print, probably didn't, the fine print might allow them to monitor things on your computer or evaluate things or monitor your use of their service, but it gives you a little bit of extra, gives them a little bit of extra capability. So that's a lot of times with free services, they are kind of invading more than you realize, more than you would assume they would, but it's in their the fine print, and it can be difficult to understand. So it could be that you have agreed to let them continue running in the background and see some things about what you're doing with your computer, and it's marketing. And usually what they're doing is selling that information to advertisers to send you marketing. If it's free, if the product is free, then you are the product. So Nguyen, please send me an email, send me pictures, anything else that, or any follow-up questions, or let us know if that answered your question. Then let's move all along. I haven't seen him in chat. I don't think he's there, right? Let's see, I guess I got to go back and chat and really verify that. No Nguyen Dang. Let's look at Orange. John Williams says, cool, you brought Lady Gaga back. An awesome tune. Good morning, everyone. That was me playing Beat Saber as the trailer. And I don't think I put the trailer link into the description of this video yet. I will catch that later. And there's Jeff's about the pronunciation. If there's something you want to direct my attention to in chat, please hit me with a speaker bot or orange. I'm not going to try to read all the messages during the show because, like yesterday, I misunderstood one of Lawn Dog's message. I thought it was for me and it was for somebody else. Then let's go on and see what's next. Josh Kinder, post fails, USB device overcurrent status detected, and when I was first reading that, I was thinking of that as current status, meaning current as in present or now, what's happening now. No, it's current as in electrical current. I'm sure it is. USB device overcurrent status. It was indicating that it was receiving too much current. I know that Ken Stout's Zoom homies and associates did some work on that yesterday. I haven't heard the results, or maybe I have and I just haven't seen that email. Let me go see if they gave me an update report. If not, then you can give me an update report in chat if you so care to. Oh, yes, there is. All right, so yes, let's see, does this reveal anything? I need to make some adjustments there. Brian, I'm going to show your email. I haven't read it yet, so I'm going to read it live. You'll get my honest, immediate reaction. Upon further review, the image of the allegedly damaged display port is just a very poor image, and updated photos show no damage. Unfortunately, his CPU is a 5900X, which means there is no onboard graphics. However, we are now looking at the I/O shield where it fits around the 3.2 Gen 2 ports. At the top of the I/O shield, image attached, the entire I/O shield seems to be somewhat mangled around many of the ports, but these two specific ports show that something is very wrong. Of the 3.2 Gen 2 ports, one is Type A, and the other is supposed to be Type C. The Type C port might be shorted to the I/O shield, especially those small spring-loaded fins that extend to the inside. Maybe one of those fins got bent around in front of the Type C port. Solution would be to remove the I/O shield, maybe even permanently remove it. But how well do we get Josh to uninstall enough hardware, including the motherboard, so the I/O shield can be knocked out? We're working on that solution. For those of you who don't know Josh, he has a couple of physical handicaps that makes things like this a little difficult for him. That was not a derogatory comment at all. Rest of the photos. I'm looking to find the rest of the photos. Yeah, and again, and so what, among his disabilities, one of them makes it difficult for him to get a good, clear photo. So here's the photo that he's given us. Here's the Type A port, and here's the Type C port, and I can't tell well enough what's going on here. So I think the Brian and all the others who are
Ken Stout
helping
Live
Josh
said,
with this.
Update Josh has removed the I/O shield and replaced the motherboard.
Oh. Has removed the I/O shield and replaced the motherboard with a different motherboard. Josh successfully took out the motherboard, removed the I/O shield, and put the motherboard... didn't replace it with a different motherboard. He just took out the I/O shield and put the motherboard back. So this is all follow-up from a topic that was brought up yesterday. And I'm not going to review everything I said yesterday. You can go back and watch that show. As a matter of fact, this is a good opportunity to go show how to do that with my channel. Let's do that button and that button. If you go to youtube.com/LWTDB, which is the easy short acronym for my channel name, which is Live Windows Training-DougBetts, that'll take you to my channel. Then you can go to live, and then you can go and easily find the show from yesterday, which was 23 hours ago. Now, when we bring that up, we're going to pause it so I don't get a copyright violation. Just kidding. You don't get copyright violations for your own content. I'm going to turn off the chat replay and come down here to the description. If you come in here to Josh Kinder post fails and just click on this time stamp right there, that will take you straight to that point in the video where I talk about that. So I'm going to next topic. Broken computer on desk. I don't know if somebody asked in chat yet about that. But this computer, after yesterday's show, actually during yesterday's show, my phone rang. I told you during the show that I would call him back later. I did call him back later. After he had been away for some period of time, I don't know if it's a week-long vacation or why he was away. He said he came back last Wednesday, a week ago. There had been a power outage in the office. When he turned his computer on, it went through a Windows repair. And then it came up. The computer worked. But then each day after that, it was just really sluggish and problematic. Did not work well. Yesterday when he came in, I don't know if he restarted the computer. I don't know if he left it on overnight, but at any rate, he could not get the computer to work. So maybe it crashed. I don't know if it blue screened. Don't know about the symptom there, but he turned it on and he got a BIOS post and then just spinning circle. And I do not have that captured because what I did then is I'm going to go pick it up. So I went out and picked it up, brought it back in here. I did not try to replicate the system. First thing I want to do is try to make an image backup of the hard drive. Now I did make videos of everything I did along the way, but I don't want to take the time right now to try to go back and find the right place. If I had more time this morning, I might have done that, but I had some other things come up this morning. So
Brian Lightfoot said, did Josh touch the client's computer?
no, not as far as I'm aware. I think if he came to California, we would have heard about it. So when I tried to do a Macrim Reflect backup, booting to a Macrim Reflect USB thumb drive, it failed right away. And it advised to do check disk. So I did check disk on it. It fixed a whole bunch of stuff. And I do have video of all of those fixes too, because I connected it to the capture card and recorded the whole thing. Took several hours, I think maybe 6 hours, something like that. And it finished. And then I tried booting the computer. It fails to boot. Then it would not even get into Windows Repair. I booted to a Windows 10 thumb drive, used the repair function there, did the automatic repair that Windows is capable of doing. That it just said pretty quickly that it couldn't fix it. And then the next thing is I did command prompt to that computer and was trying to do system file checker. In fact, I think I still have that up and live. Let me try this. Yeah, here it is. System file checker. And it has failed to work. And I have not yet researched this because I haven't got to that point yet. So if anyone already knows something here, let's see if I can get to this. Yeah, so here is, if I scroll up, here is the most recent. No, that was accidental. See that exclamation mark Y? That's when I was testing SpeakerBot on my test stream. Yes, it is a mechanical drive. And I don't need to hear you tell me replace it with a solid state, if that's where you're going. It is a mechanical drive. Here, system file checker scan now. Beginning the system scan, this process will take some time. Beginning verification, phase of the scan, verification 100% complete. Windows Resource Protection could not perform the requested operation. And I haven't even Googled that yet. I haven't got to it. And then prior to that, let's see, this is after I switched to the C drive. Prior to that, I had done it from the booted USB thumb drive. See, are you seeing my mouse pointer? Yeah, you should be. Yeah. Beginning system scans process will take some time. Beginning verification, Windows Resource Protection could not perform the requested operation. So I don't know what that one is about. Now, it's not really necessary to recover this drive and make it functional. This client is using one drive, so all his data is fine. He's actually functional right now off of his personal laptop that he brought into the office. We already had it configured to be able to do all of his stuff, except we haven't configured access to the surveillance camera system yet. What is on this hard drive that we're interested in is the video files that he has downloaded from the surveillance system. The C drive on this computer is 650 gigabytes of content. And I do believe I've come to realize, let's see, where is it? Oh, I have made a Macrim Reflect backup. After the check disk, I was able to do a Macrim Reflect backup. So I have that. I mounted that image and went looking for his video files to see if I could just recover them, and I cannot find them. I think the reason why I can't find them is he had them stored in folders on his desktop, I think. Now, when I go to his profile in the users folder, then his profile name, I see all of the normal user profile folders except for desktop. Desktop is not there. I'm suspecting what happened is when the power went out, that desktop folder is what that has his video. The whole desktop folder probably got trashed. And that is a reason why it is inadvisable to store things on your desktop, because while Windows is up and running, that desktop is always active, okay? Does it make sense that if you have an open file, open database, something like that, and then power goes out, that might corrupt that database, right? Well, while the Windows desktop is open, it's most likely, I haven't researched this. This is just coming from my head. But it is open, it is active. Anything on the desktop and the entire desktop is vulnerable because it is open. It is not a good idea. We've been trained all along as technicians. Don't store data on the desktop. But you can tell end users all the time, and it's just so convenient and easy, and they just drag things to the desktop. And after a while, you just get tired of pulling out lecture number 12, and giving that again and again. So anyway, it might be that we stopped going after that. But then the next steps, this computer I think is upgradable. I think it is barely just qualified for Windows 11. It only has 8 gigabytes of RAM, but we can double that. This office is very, very tight on budget constraints. This person justifies a little bit better computer, so I'm kind of thinking maybe we get him one of the new mini computers, a little bit higher than
Tim out of this
the other
world
ones.
said, "Howdy, Doug Betts. Good morning, brother."
Good morning, Tim. We're going to be replacing a lot of their computers with mini computers, but since this one they already own, it is Windows 11 capable. What I might wind up doing is just putting in a SSD drive in it and do a fresh install of Windows 11. I want to check HP's site first and see if they have the drivers for Windows 11. If they don't actually have drivers for it, then I'm not going to, even if it's physically capable. Just don't want to risk messing with that. Yeah, Danielle, she's saying in chat, I just happened to notice that. I don't know if that's follow-up to previous, but what she says here, got lost here. Don't store to Windows desktop or don't store to a desktop computer. Desktop computer is okay, but the Windows desktop, where the icon for your data files is actually on the desktop or even a folder that's created on the desktop, and then you put files in that folder. That all resides on the desktop. And that is a more vulnerable location than putting documents into the documents folder, pictures into the actual pictures folder, and so on. All right. Where am I at? Let's see. It's 9:25. I do not have any redirects. I did not find any Kerry Holzman stream scheduled yet. That doesn't mean he won't have a stream today. Just means it's not scheduled yet. Oh, Ken Stout. OBS projector mode. I had a conversation with Ken Stout yesterday after the show. And later I got another idea when I was putting 2 and 2 together. What Ken explained to me, I think, was indicating what he wants to do is maximize. I was thinking he was maximizing the Zoom window. No, he wanted to maximize the window of his YouTube monitoring. And afterwards, I scratched my head. Why in the world would you want to watch that? Because it's like 5 seconds or more behind. And then I thought, well, he's maybe wanting to see the effect of his SpeakerBot commands so he can see how they come out. But you still have that delay. So when he's talking to his audience, asking them to do SpeakerBot commands, it takes a while before that SpeakerBot command takes effect. It takes a while before it shows up on YouTube. And then when Ken speaks, his voice goes out immediately. So people are hearing his voice regarding what he's seeing on the screen out of sync. So here's my suggestion, Ken. How about instead of maximizing that window, come over here to OBS. Let's see, how well can I do this? When you right click, I'm going to have to turn off that cam 1. Right click on the OBS and then full screen projector or window projector. And so with this, you can stretch this window big or use it full screen so that you can monitor live the effect of what you are sending out to your stream. It's unless I'm misunderstanding what you're really trying to do. So that's just my suggestion. And I'm guessing that the clocks will keep going that way. Now let's see, I've got the clocks going. If I do that, I'm going to do the full screen projector, window projector, and I'm going to make that full. Let's see, I guess, how can I actually show that to you? Okay, I'll bring that over to screen 1. No, that's not a good way to do it. Keep it over here and then make it big. If that window covers OBS, will the clocks continue running? I think they'll continue running. So that gives you a way to monitor the stream full screen, because you're monitoring what you're sending out rather than monitoring it from YouTube. And I think the clocks will keep running. So give that a whirl if you're interested.
Ken Stoutlive said new monitor arrived this morning. However, I like this idea.
All right, good. I'm happy to have given you that idea after you've wasted your money. Yeah, just saying. Let's see, I'm going to turn off those clocks. Okay, so I'm relying more and more upon you giving me speaker bots to get my attention to something that's important. I'm not going to read through all the chat the way that I used to. I think I covered everything that was asked by SpeakerBot. I don't think I had any read chats. Giving you a chance to put SpeakerBot in there to direct me to something.
Bobby Warren said, "Hey, Doug."
Hello, Bobby
Read
Warren.
chat, please.
And since you said that, I'll let you know. Tim Cruz said he's second. Well, that's because Bobby Warren was first. I saw him yesterday with a chat message. Did a Control C, or did a read chat, please. Due to the ad, I did not get to hear all that last comment. Well, rewind. DVR mode works. Rewind. You want me to, you think that I can restate something that I said 1 minute and 43 seconds ago? Do you even know me? Come on. Come on. No.
Ken Start Live said nope.
No. DVR mode. If you get a commercial, when the commercial ends, as I understand, you'll resume live, but you can back up to where that commercial began and then do shift period to play at 1.25% or another shift period to go 1.5% so that you get caught up. Yes. Jeez, such a Ken. All right. So, I don't have those end screens anymore, so I don't really care about turning off commands before doing the end screen. So, have a good day, everybody. I will catch you later.
Tim out of this world said, good golly, Miss Molly.